This lesson, Cathedral, Brasília Part 2, focuses on the modelling of the roof. We will model the roof using in-context assembly modelling in SolidWorks. That is, creating the roof as a part within an assembly. Create a new assembly and insert the frame part we created in Part 1. We don't need to change any of the rotation commands, so we just tick OK. We change the units from millimeter gram second to meter kilogram second, and we save the assembly as Cathedral, Brasília assembly. We use the section view command on the front plane to cut the cathedral frame part. Next, we create a new part by going Insert Components, New Part, and we select the front plane to sketch on. We select the outermost edge of the circular pattern of the frame and convert entities. Draw a central line from the origin and an ordinary line from the converted entity edge to that central line. Dimension it 32 meters above the top plane. Notice how it is defaulted to millimeter gram second again, and I simply typed in 32 m to make it meters. If I want to change again, I have to click it and change. Offset that line, which is the top of the roof, 0.5 meters below the top line. Complete the sketch and trimming the excess lines of the sketch. Using the Revolve Boss Base command, we select the central line as the axis revolution, and it automatically picks up the sketch to create the roof. We can see now the roof part has been created. Turn off the section view and you can now see the roof in its completed state, and turn off Edit Component to go back into the assembly. If we look to save at this stage and we go Save All, it will ask us to save what's called a virtual component. That is, the part which is the roof is saved inside the assembly. We can also save externally. So if we click on Save Externally, it will select the path file, which is usually the same folder. We're going to select Save Internally for now. If we go back to the folder that we created the assembly in, we'll notice that there is only two files, the frame and the assembly. The roof has not been created as a separate part. First, we want to rename the part of the roof. So if we right click and rename part, we can call it Cathedral, Brasília, roof. And the name has been changed, as you can see. If we right click again and click on Save Part in External File, it brings us back to the previous window we saw earlier, and all we have to make sure is that it's in the same as assembly folder, and we click OK. Now we notice the top hat has been removed from the file name, and if we go back to our folder we can see that Cathedral Brasília roof has been created. If I open that file and I select F, we can see the part there. In this case, we now have two parts, one created within the assembly and saved in an external file. The roof has now been created and this lesson is complete.